should be live. Let's see. Refresh. Make sure we're live. Beautiful. Yep. What up, everybody? Chef Beardsley, obviously. We got KGM in here also. We got Gus on his way. This is the first episode of Beards, Beers, and RC. I noticed something in the magazine. If you guys look at the name of the stream, you should know what it's going to be about. But we're not going to talk about that until Gus gets here. So, yeah. So, obviously, KGM doesn't have a beard, but he has a mustache, so that's okay.
It's a little.
He's got some scruff. But, yeah, so we're going to just hang out and talk about what I've seen and what I think it is. And we're going to get KGM's input. We're going to get Gus's, your guys' input. We're just going to hang out, man. Just have a good time. Matt's, what's up? Bob's RC, what's up? Joe, how you doing, buddy? Matt, what's up? SK Hobbies. How you doing, man? I think it's the first time I've ever seen you in here. Reed. Matt, if you're available, we can get you in here. Oh, Gus, I'll add you in 1 second. Burnsy's here. Burnsy's afraid to show his ugly mug on stream. It's okay. I would be too. I think I got everybody. Let's get Gus in here. What's up, Gus?
No, not much.
Nice, dude. Oh, look at that setup, man. No cell phone. You got a camera. You looking. Got a mic. Hell yeah, dude. Looks good.
It's a little dim in here, but it ain't horrible, I guess.
No, dude. It looks good. But, all right, guys. So, like I said, this is the first episode, or kind of episode of Beards, Beers, and RC. So, we're going to sip. We're going to talk about RCs. I noticed today, as soon as I noticed that, I sent a video to Gus. And if you guys get from Horizon Hobbies, Transmitter Magazine, on page, I don't even know, it's not even numbered. Towards the end, I'm going to pull it up here, screen share with you guys. Boom. It looks like there's a new DBXL 2-stroke coming out. And the reason why I say this is because in this write-up here, it's talking about a DBXL, all the like stuff you could do, blah, 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 2-stroke. But if you look at the DBXL in the background, that's not the first DBXL. That's not the K&N DBXL. It has the new updated Losi air filter. It has a wing on it, which the 2-strokes didn't have a wing. New body panels, different colored bead locks. I think this is a new 2-stroke DBXL. What do you guys think?
Yeah, like I said before when we were talking, it's like at first I was like, did they just make something? And then I was looking and it's like, no, that looks legit. It definitely looks like, because at first I was like, that's what I threw the rag over there, because Losi is really good for doing that kind of stuff where they're like, we're gonna tease you guys here a little bit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
What about you, KGM?
Well, like I kind of told you earlier before we went live, it kind of reminds me of the laser knot a little bit.
Yeah.
So, and like you said, why would they put non-stock parts on a something that they're trying to sell?
Yeah, something they're trying to advertise. Like they want to go out and go get a Bartolone pipe and stuff and be like, hey, buy our DBXL. You know what I mean?
Right.
And like if you guys have this magazine, check it out, because it literally took me off guard for a second. I was flipping through and I was like, who's fighting dishes right now? What's it called? I was flipping through and I noticed the 2-stroke gas can, and I was like, they never talk about 2-strokes. Let me check this out. And then I noticed the wing on the back, and then I noticed the air filter, and I was like, this has to be a new DBXL. And like the way the rag is just draped over it, like, come on, like you're hiding something. That has to be a new DBXL. Yeah, Losi shocks. Exactly. I really think this is an updated two-stroke. Obviously, this is just a hearsay, like, or it's a rumor that I'm starting, kind of. But there's no way it's not. Like, to me, it's too uncanny to, like, they want to update one so crazily. Like, it would be a K&N one right now on the table.
Yeah, because you would think if, like, at first I was like, when you showed me that, I was like, did they just take, like, a Fox or something, you know, and, like, throw an engine in it or something? But it's, like, completely, like, I've never seen that color of beadlocks before in, like, the spoiler matches, in, like, the decals match. You know what I mean? It's too perfect.
Yeah, if you, like, look on the side, there's, like, a yellow pinstripe down the side, and it matches the beadlock and matches the back of the wing. And like I said, was the original DBXL two-stroke, did that have a wing on it? I don't think it did, right?
It did, but it was I think it matched the electric. I think it was like a blue and white.
Oh yeah, because the K&N one doesn't have a wing, and like that's technically the K&N one is the newest version of that truck. So like if they're talking about a two-stroke DBXL, that should be the K&N one, unless it's a new two-stroke truck. So it has to be, because this entire write-up right here on the side, I'm not going to read it word for word because I suck at reading, but it talks about like the rumble of gas engines and the DBXL that you're ready to take on and blah, 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 off-road. It's all about being two-stroke. It has nothing to do with electric. So this absolutely has to be a new one. Like, I'm calling it right now. There's going to be a new one.
And it has to be. I mean, it's not even like that. That's just an electric one, because you can clearly see the air filter through the cage. You can clearly see it's one of these.
Yeah, and that's what the what is it? The 5T runs now. The 5T 2.0 has the same air cleaner. Had a child with a DBXLE. Yeah, I had a child with a DBXLE. Will be cool. Yeah, dude. Honestly, if this is, like I said, this is all rumor. This is just something I noticed, and I was like, nobody has mentioned this, and I just like caught it out of the corner of my eye. And the more I thought about it and looked at it, it has to be a new guy. It has to. The XLK then had a child. I read that. JPRC, what's up? That's stuck in trees. What's up, man? Bob's, how you doing? Yeah. DX5R to the right. Yeah, this is just like they're like, oh, you're going to need a rugged controller for your two-stroke, and like if you notice, it's showing a 26. I'll slide this over. It's showing a 26cc pull start, and the first DBXL two-stroke and the K&N only comes with a 23. And these filters don't go with that, so they're just saying it goes with a 5B. But I'm more interested in this, and like, there's a reason why the rag is covering that.
Right.
Like, there's 100%. They did that on purpose.
I'm honestly surprised Horizon didn't find a way to badge the gas can with Horizon Fuel or something like that.
Yeah. So, is this something you guys would be interested in getting at some point?
Well, for me, absolutely. You know, I've been waiting for it to come in stock. They literally have not been in stock since last Christmas, so it's been over a year. And that's why when you said this, I was like, it's got to be. It has to be.
Well, if you look on the website, it says the restock date is January 2022. So if that's not a teaser, I don't know what is.
Yep.
And, like, it's blowing my – I'm kind of proud of myself. I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but pat. I noticed it, and I haven't seen anybody say anything about it yet. I'm pumped. But just the fact that there's another two-stroke, because we got Rovens and stuff, but like Losi is a big company, and that's another big company putting out a two-stroke. You know what I mean? You don't see that very often.
Yep. Yeah.
Right.
I can guarantee you, if they have one, I will be putting it on pre-order.
Nice. Are you going to make videos on it, Gus?
Eventually. I still have, what do I have? 2 trucks I still haven't made videos on yet.
Yes, sir.
Well, I almost have the SCX6 video done.
Nice. I was just looking at one of those.
Yeah, those things are pretty sick. They're, I don't know why I haven't gotten that video out yet, but I'm just too much gaming lately.
Yeah, dude, me too. KGM, are you? Is this something you're interested in, like a buggy kind of thing?
For sure. I don't know if I'd buy the very first batch if it is a new platform or a revised version of it, but I definitely get a DBXL. I've been wanting one for a while.
Because I think if this isn't, like I said, guys, this is all rumor. This is just something I noticed. But if it is a new DBXL, they have to be running the 2.0. I always forget the name of it.
The
5T. The 5T diff cups and stuff. They have to, because that's a known issue with the DBXLs. Like, they throw pins, like it's their job. So hopefully that's an upgrade if this is actually a real thing. And like the more we're talking about it, the more excited I'm getting. I don't know if it's coming across in my voice, because just the fact there's a new two-stroke, and that means I'm going to upgrade mine if it has better parts. So I'm just going to make one myself.
I'm almost wondering if this is one of them TLR tuned deals, and that's what's underneath the rag.
Dude, that'd be insane. A TLR tuned fifth scale?
Yeah. Well, they just released that TLR tuned 5B.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing about this one, though, is it's like it runs, the body isn't even the same as the DBXL. That is more like the DBXLE body.
100%. I thought this. That's why I thought it was a electric at first, but then I seen the air filter in the body.
Yeah.
This is what Gus is talking about. This is what the original bodies look like. Hold on 1 second. I'm just taking you guys off screen for a sec. This is what the original and the K&N looks like. Mm-hmm. Very normal, but like this new one like wraps around further. I actually dig it the way it looks. So I'm really thinking this is something new, and I'm super pumped about it. If I had the funds to buy another one, I would, but I don't have the room and or funds. So, oops.
Well, you can always put an addition on the shed.
Yeah, dude, honestly, this year I think I'm going to buy a bigger shed. I need to. So, guys in chat, what do you guys think? What's up, Old and Slow? How you doing, buddy? Do you guys think this is a new DBXL, or am I just reading too far into it? Because I'm telling you right now, mark my words, I think that's a new one.
I think you're right. I think that you're onto something here with that. I honestly do.
You should have, if you guys had been in a room with me when he said he saw a picture of it, I screamed like a little girl. I was like, what? And then he sends me a picture, and all of a sudden I was like, looked, and I was like, no way.
Yeah, dude. Like, and the crazy thing is, I was just flipping through the pages because it was just like, I was like, this is trash, I don't care. And I was like, wait, two-stroke? And I was like, that is not a normal DBXL. It comes down to Raminator or that. Hey, dude, completely. That's another thing. Yeah. What do you think?
A third of the price.
Yeah, what do you think the price on this would be?
Well, it retails the current one retails for $900 or $899.99 or whatever. So I couldn't see this being more than $1,000.
And honestly, for a big name like Losi, $1,000 to get into fifth scale, I think is pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Well, the 1,000 was before the price hike, though, and everything went up 15%. So I would bet in the 1,100 range, probably.
But even taking that into effect with the price hike, that's not too bad. 1,100, no. And if it has and like I said, if it's real, and if it has the upgraded diff cups and all that stuff, I think it's going to be a pretty solid unit. And I almost can guarantee you it's going to have a bigger engine, because that was another thing people were complaining about, that it only came with a 23. So do you think they're going to throw 26 in it, or?
Well, that's what, like when we were talking before, I was like, I think you're right, because I've been having customers not happy that the motor for the original one was discontinued, and that's why I think it has to be a new one.
Yeah.
And it completely makes sense.
And you would think they would say it's discontinued when it says it's not in stock, but it says in stock at the end of this month.
The reason they do that is because if you have the original on order, you get the new one when it comes in.
Well, there you go, Gus. Yeah, the shocks do look a little beefier. That's just by picture, though, just by look. We don't really know. I'm looking at mine now. But do I feel like looks smaller than a Fisco? Dude, I thought the same thing for a second, but I think it's just the angle of the picture that it looks smaller.
I think you're right on that too.
Yeah, and considering that charger is probably about 6 inches across, and based on that tire size,
yeah,
that's a big truck.
Yeah. So, and it looks like it has a different tread. It's definitely a different tire, which is nice.
Looks like the same as the DBXL tires.
Yeah. The rims are actually different, like the shapes of the rims. So, like you said, there's probably running just DBXL rims and tires.
And that's what I was kind of looking. It almost looks like a parts box truck where it's going to be like 5T and DBXLE kind of all together, which could be because they actually just released another version. They didn't change it. It's still a version 2, but they just released another version of the DBXLE.
Oh, okay.
All right. Wait, I guess they did. I think they did call it the 2.0 version 2.
Yeah. Ryan, I know it does say 26. Oh, sorry. It does say 26 on the Polestar, but if you look, it doesn't. It says for the Dynamite 26 and 23. So it can go on either or. So I want to take that. I would take that with a grain of salt if this is real. But it's going to, like I said, I think they're going to have to put a bigger engine in it because that was people's main complaint besides the pins getting ripped, leaving the truck on the diff cuts.
Honestly, any real hardcore fifth scale guy or girl, they're going to rip that engine out right away and they're going to put something else in there. And now that Taylor has that 35 small bore coming out, I could see a lot of guys running that in these DBXLs for sure.
If they would run the same 32 that's in the 5T, I think people would be happy with like if you poured it and stuff, I think that would be all right. I mean, it's not going to be like super, but for like the average guy, I think a 32 would be good.
Honestly, I agree with you guys because I'm super pumped when I eventually get my own 45 and send the KGMs back for my my Kraken. I can't wait to get this 30.5 in my DBXL because I think that power is going to be perfect in that buggy. You know what I mean? So I think I'm with you on that. Like because even my DBXL with just a 23 stock with a Bartolone pipe, I think hauls, man. It does pretty good. If you watch some of my videos, it goes pretty good.
Yep.
And I'm a big fan that it's 4-wheel drive. I'm just a 4-wheel drive guy, so.
Yeah, that's one thing that I really want one now because I've been jonesing to drive. I can't drive the Baja in the snow. It's awful.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, I did that last year. Not good.
No. It just spins in circles and
burns cookies, man.
Yeah. If you sit there and idle, you can kind of idle around, but as soon as you hit the gas, it goes grump, grump.
I wanted to try a set of the snow tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Black Sheep, see, you think I'm on to something? Hell yeah, dude. I appreciate that. I think I am too. Raminator definitely has that oh shit factor, but can buy way more for $3,000. Dude, but that blue Raminator, end of the year goals right there, buddy. Guys, if you're just joining, please smash that like button. It's the first episode of Beers and RCs. If you guys are just joining, I noticed this in a magazine today, and I think this is the new DBXL 2-stroke. That's what we're chatting about, so if you're just hopping in, just to fill you guys in real quick. Jump Heat, what's up? For sure, it's full drive. It's Losi. Yeah, dude. I love the four-wheel drive stuff. Don't get me wrong, I love my Kraken, but there's just something that I just like full-wheel, man.
Yeah, it's it handles better and stuff. Not that I don't like the Baja, because there's like a different cool factor to it, but
Oh yeah,
the
because you
four-wheel
get those
drive is
awesome
better.
roosters. You
Yeah,
get those awesome roosters from it, especially at the pit and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
it's just nasty.
A Baja is good for going fast over a long distance, a long flat, just doing a full trigger pull, wide open, and that's the glory of a Baja.
Yeah,
You get your 4-wheel drives, and that's when you can really start getting and running on the track and getting some good jumps and everything out of it. Because a Baja really is not meant to jump. If you look at
No.
the chassis, the
but
biggest
I
weak
will.
point. Oh yeah, I jump mine all the time. If you look at a Baja, the biggest weak point is right here in the front.
yeah,
Yeah, that's why I have that reinforced piece of steel in the front of my Kraken.
yeah. The mine, it doesn't jump that good, and the problem with them is if you launch it right, you're good. But if you don't launch it right, you can't correct it. It just
Yeah,
does
there's
what it's
none.
going to.
That's like true with a lot of Fiscals though. Like even with my DBXL being four-wheel drive, there's no correcting that thing. It's like Jesus take the wheel and hope for the best. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just hope for the best, man. Baja is good for bashing. Dude, I've seen some epic Baja bashes, but like Gus said, if you don't take that jump just right, you're gonna tumble and just grit your teeth and hope for the best, man.
Yeah,
You're
I do really like Baja or the Baja on a track though. Even though sometimes the only having the rear wheel brakes is annoying. Sometimes it's fun because you hit the brake and then it like whips around and you can like take nice hairpin corners and stuff. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, I was looking at the front brake setup for the Kraken, just because to see what it was like.
Yeah,
But we'll see. It's too cold right now, man. It's like I need to get a little warmer out so I can run it, and I need to break in the new Savage. I got so much stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I was gonna take the Revo out, but it's been like negatives. When it gets negative,
It's gross.
then the what do you call it? One-way bearings, they freeze up on you and they don't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 5B is nice to jump. Dude, I want a 5B so bad. The fact that it's a kit and you can put what kind of power plant you want in it from start and stuff, like I would love to have a 5B, dude. Because they call this DBXL here a buggy, but it's not like a buggy. It's not like the Losi buggies. You know what I mean? It's not. It's the geometry isn't exactly like a buggy. You know, it's like a mix between a truck and a buggy. If you guys think I'm wrong, you can call me out. I don't care. But
No, you're right. It's more like kind of like the DB Pro, where it's more like a short course truck with a buggy body on it, more so than an actual buggy.
yeah, like because if you put this next to a 5B, the geometry is completely different.
Yeah,
And that's what's so cool because I love the Losi electric buggy I have. That and two-stroke and just big would be so badass, man. Like I would love to have that. And
Yeah,
I'd
'cause-
100% make a track at the pit.
yeah, because I could guarantee you, like my Baja has got to be at least a couple inches longer than the DBXL, but it's probably narrower.
Burnsy, that air filter, KJM, can you pull up that what it looks like? It locates it further to the front, so it goes onto the carburetor and holds it forward.
I don't even know if I have an engine sitting around here anymore.
That's why we have KJM here, dude. He's the two-stroke guy.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of stuff laying around.
Yeah, I dabble in two-stroke. KJM's all about it.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see. It'd be cool to see a new one.
Yeah,
For
dude,
sure.
it's gonna be sick. And it looks like it might come with a light bar, which I would snap that off in like a day. But it's cool that it comes with it, if it's actually a thing. Fisco Ripper, what's up, man? If you like rooster tails and wheelies, get a Baja. Yeah, dude, I have two Bajas. I'm actually thinking about selling my parts Baja, the roller.
They could have changed the engine location too, because I know like on the 5T the motor sits further forward.
Yeah. Hopefully they did, because like just launching mine the way I did, like my back shocks I have too much preload, so I was tipping forward.
Mm-hmm.
But even on the little jumps, the weight doesn't feel right. Like it definitely needs to be moved. And the huge thing is the angle of the center drive shafts are intense on the DBXL K&N. Like they are so crooked when they go in. So if you have the littlest tweak, you're done. Like you can't do anything.
Which is nice. Sorry.
No, you're good. No, go ahead. I was basically done. So
one thing that was nice when Robin made their LT chassis, they didn't copy the Losi drivetrain exactly. So even that 5T, the 5T had it too. That little stub shaft that went around the engine.
Yeah.
If we look in here at the Robin chassis,
there has to be a way
I don't know
to
if you can see in there.
Yeah, I'm trying to blow you up. Solo. There we go.
So this is one single drive shaft that goes. It's straight. It's a straight piece. You probably can't see in there because of
a little bit. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. It's just so big and bulky, but it's just a single drive shaft that goes straight through from the front to the rear.
Yeah.
So you don't have that extra stress on those dog bones or the drive bones.
Yeah, and I know on the newest version of the 5T they were supposed to have changed that. I don't know if I think it's still a 2-piece, but I think it's supposed to be better. I don't remember.
Yeah. Someone says hopefully it has the 5T diffs. Yeah, Jumpy. That was actually the first thing I ever did to my DBXL. Was I actually swapped out my diffs to aluminum housing and the inner diff cup or whatever you want to call it inside. So I have aluminum all the way around, but I knew that is a real weak point. I've seen pictures of people melting their diffs because they just weren't good, or the cases would split, like they weren't set up very well. So hopefully, like I said, this is all rumor. And someone asked like what you missed. This is just something I was scrolling through. If you guys have the transmitter, the magazine from Horizon Hobby, towards the end, they actually were talking about the DBXL 2-stroke, and I noticed that this isn't a DBXL that's out right now that's in 2-stroke, because you can see the air filter here, which that's not where they are. The 2-strokes don't have the K&N doesn't have a wing, but the first one did, but it was different. Different body panels. It closes up more of the rear end here. So I'm thinking this is a new DBXL, and I think that's why there's a towel over it, because they don't want to show it. It's not like they talk about upgrades or anything in the writing. It's literally they're like just talking about the DBXL. So I was thinking this is the new DBXL 2-stroke. So hopefully I'm right. The Gus and KGM seem to agree. So we're just talking about like if the engine's going to be bigger, is it going to have the what's it called, the 5T 2.0 diff cups, and like, so that's what we're all talking about, man.
Yeah, and just because of how to make stuff more affordable to make and all that, a lot of times they like to use stuff from other vehicles, and that's why I think a lot of it will probably be like the 5T and the DBXLE parts, just in, why reinvent the wheel if you already have good parts, like they already fixed some of it on the 5T.
And honestly, the DBXL was always like, I always looked at the DBXL as an entry level 2-stroke, because it was $900 back in the day. It was pretty decent. It was 4-wheel drive. It had some issues, but I think it was a good introduction to it. So if they just fix those little issues they had with what you said, like they always use parts that they know work and stuff.
Yep.
I think it's a no-brainer. I think this is a new one, man, and I'm super excited. And I don't know if I'm going to get one, but mine's going to get the upgrades, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it's definitely time, because the DBXL has been the same since it came that one came out, in which would have been like in 13 or 12 or something like that.
Yeah, it's been out a while.
Like 10 years, just about.
And when the first one came out and they swapped to the K&N, the only thing that changed was the filter, right, and the body panels. Nothing
Pretty much.
And they took the wing off.
Yep.
What's up, Garage Life? How you doing, buddy? Fisco Ripper, too much engine. What are you talking about?
He's
What's
talking
too much
about
engine?
the XLT that I just.
Oh. Nah, dude. This is America. More power.
Need more engine.
No replacement for displacement, man. The electric.
For sure on that.
Will they release the electric at the same time? I don't think so.
They just released a new version of that one.
Oh yeah, that's what you were saying. What's
Yep.
new with the electric one?
They changed the diffs, electronics that were in it, a couple other odds and ends. I forget exactly. I really didn't care about that one. I don't want the electric.
No, I got you. But like, see, there you go. They just updated the electric one again. So it's time for the two-stroke, and I think this is what it is, man. Like I said, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. This is nothing set in stone. I could just be looking way too far into this, but I'm almost 90% sure this is what it's going to look like, man. So hopefully it's an MT. Dude, if they make a new MTXL, I am all over that. I know the Rovan is really nice. KGM, you have one, but I always want the Losi MTXL. And if they make a new one, I 100% will get one. Because I just always wanted a Losi MTXL.
Yes.
Me too, man. I would buy a Losi MTXL in a heartbeat. If
100%.
If I had the funds for it.
Yeah. Honestly, my credit card's almost paid off. So if that, like tomorrow, they're like, you could pre-order a new MTXL. I'm like, all right, here you go. Let's do this. Like, 100%.
Right.
Do they have a lot of upgrade parts for DBXL? From my experience, yeah. I got diff cups, diff cases. I got there's pipes from Bartolone, servo holders like for aluminum and all that. So it's nothing like a. I might need a new chassis, and I can't find a chassis. So, but other than that, I haven't had trouble finding upgraded parts for it really. A lot of them come from China though, but my diff cases and stuff have been fine. So
yeah, you can get the stock chassis. They have that in its stock, but it's not cheap. It's almost $200 for the stock chassis.
Yeah, that's why. Because if you guys watch when I bashed this thing and I jumped it really bad, and some of the hits it was taking was pretty impressive, but I'm pretty sure I bent my chassis a little bit. So
yeah, you were taking some rear hits pretty hard there.
Or
that's what he just taken.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm gonna do. And then that one jump I took, it flipped forward, and I thought I ripped the spark plug out of the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it did well. She's still dirty. I need to clean it. But X-Maxx has parts. Yeah, X-Maxx, DDM has parts for them. So like, there's parts available for sure. It has a light bar. Yeah, that's what we were saying earlier. That's something that would last maybe a day for me. It's going to be cool while it lasts, but it ain't going to last very long.
Speaking of DDM, while I'm just checking the deal of the day, today's deal of the day is all the Victory big bore pipes for the 5B, DBXL,
Bro,
TLR 5B, all the big bore. The Victory pipes are on clearance today.
Killing me, Smalls.
And I sent you a link for hydraulic front brakes for your.
Yeah, dude, they're already on my DDM wish list, bro.
Well, I sent them to you from TIT Racing. You get the whole kit for $73, I think.
Oh, really?
For the hydraulic front brakes. Yeah, I sent it to you in Messenger.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it. That's not bad.
I've never used a hydraulic front brake kit or the cable driven one.
I heard like if they're set up right, obviously you got to bleed them and stuff. But if you bleed them right and stuff, they last a long time.
Yeah. I have never used a hydraulic. I always thought to myself, like on my my old HPI, I had the cables because I was like back then the hydraulic ones were literally I think about $500 and some, and I was like no.
Yeah, forget that, dude.
But the cables they work just fine.
Don't get the cable; they bind. Jump Heat said.
I didn't have issues. I ran what do you call it? The my brain's broke. The black powder stuff, graphite. I put graphite in there, and I didn't have any issues with them.
My thing is like I don't clean my trucks very well, so I can see dirt and stuff getting into the cables.
Yeah.
So I think I'm better off going with hydraulic just because I don't really take care of my stuff.
Right.
TIT is the place for parts.
TIT.
What are you talking about? Okay.
Yeah, it's TIT racing.
I don't take care of my stuff.
What is it? You gotta use those periods, bud.
No, there is no periods.
Or really? Capitalize it so we know it's an acronym.
I think it's it's literally TIT racing.
That's awesome. Good for them. You had a cheap set. How'd they work out, Jump Heat? Apparently not. They bind it up, huh? So is anybody else in chat like super excited about this? Because I'm just excited. Like I said, a big company making another two-stroke. Like I said, it's all hearsay. I'm making it up, but I think
be right.
I think it's a thing, dude. 100%. And if it's a thing, I want people to tell people Shep Beardsley was the first guy to show pictures of it on a live stream. All right, get me out there and be like, Shep Beardsley called it. He showed pictures of it before everybody else.
And he didn't find somebody's picture on the internet. He saw it in a magazine.
Yeah, I literally had the magazine right here. Like, I didn't like go to somebody that like leaked a photo.
How's the blue raspberry?
Pretty good, dude. So, Gus, KGM told me about these Bud Light Seltzer Sours.
Yeah.
They're actually pretty good, dude. I
had some of those the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Everybody I've talked to hates the lemon. But I had the watermelon, the sour apple, and the blue raspberry. It's pretty good. Next is the lemon.
I don't mind the lemon. The main thing is I can't drink too many in a row because they give you that kind of that bitter taste in your mouth.
No, yeah,
malt liquor taste.
Yeah.
Colt 45, man.
We used to drink 40s, and let me tell you.
Oh yeah. And we're 30 hands, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that and Mad Dog. Go get the
Mad Dog. That's the worst.
Me and Addicted to RC had a Mad Dog talk, like he was talking about back in the day. I was like, dude, me too.
Oh, Mad Dog is the worst 40s ever.
And then there was that liquor that they had at the counter, that Johnny Bootlegger.
Yeah.
I don't know if they had that around you guys, but
no, I've never seen it.
Well, like we buy beer in gas stations in New York, unlike in other states.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can here too in Wisconsin.
Yeah. And Johnny Bootlegger. It was a little fifth bottle of like schnapps that they keep. It was either right in the door in like a little end cap inside the beer cooler, or it was at the counter and you would drink it warm. But it was like these different flavored liqueurs that were like 10% alcohol. But back when you were in high school and you could get your hands on it, for sure.
We're not condoning. We're not condoning this.
No, never.
He was held back a lot, so he was 21 in high school.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
These big companies see the money in the gas market now. Yeah, dude. Hopefully this is the real thing, dude. Hopefully this is a new DBXL. What exactly are they covering with the microfiber cloth? I just think like if that microfiber cloth was gone, I think you'd see more of the engine. You'll notice that this air cleaner isn't where it normally is on a DBXL. Stuff like that.
And you can see there is like a honeycomb decal.
Exactly.
I think it's TLR tuned. I
just think it's a new DBXL in general, a new two-stroke. the Broken Body RCM. And what's up, Earl? How you doing, buddy? So
Earl
Earl, you just
Moorhead,
jumped
what's
in.
up?
You just jumped in, Earl. So in this magazine today, I was scrolling through Transmitter, the magazine from Horizon, and they were talking about a DBXL two-stroke. And I noticed on the table, this does not look like a DBXL two-stroke, the first one or the K&N. The filter's in a different spot, has a wing, different body, different tires, different bead locks, and it's obviously a two-stroke because of air cleaner. So I'm thinking this is a new DBXL two-stroke that's just not announced yet. So,
yeah, and it all makes sense since there hasn't been a new DBXL for a year.
yeah,
or I should say they haven't had one in stock for a year.
yeah. So they're draining out old stock and they're going to replace it, I think.
Yep.
But hell yeah. What do you think, Earl? Am I reading too far into it? I think I'm right, but Kurt's RC, what's up, man? Man, we got a lot of people in here.
Yeah, we do.
60% of the time, I'm right every time.
Yeah, I'm a little lower than that, maybe about 50, but I'm fine with 50-50. But it's just weird that they have like the rag covering the internal and stuff. Like, come on, bro. What are you hiding?
Yeah,
and like
it looks like the Losi teaser pick. They're like, hey, look at this.
Yeah, and like if you guys can't read this on stream, but it's literally talking about like two-stroke, the DBXL, like all this stuff. Oh, you actually might be able to read it. And it talks about like the Spectrum DX5 and whatever, like is a good thing, but like it's literally talking about the gas-powered Fiskell DBXL. And like this isn't upgraded parts. Like I've never seen these kind of body panels for the DBXL with like honeycomb patterns and stuff on them. It's just weird that it's not a coincidence that like the back of the wing is yellow. There's a yellow pinstripe, yellow honeycomb, and yellow bead locks. I'm thinking this is a new two-stroke, man. Big block in the DBXL 3.0. Yeah, we were talking about that. We were talking like it's either like a 26 or a 32 that's in the new 5T. Because that was sorely lacking in the power department. We were also talking about hopefully they update the diff cups and stuff so the pins stop flying out. It's just something I noticed. And I sent a picture to Gus, and Gus got like a little schoolgirl. He's like, "Oh my god!" Because he's been wanting one for a while. So we're all hoping it's a new one, man.
Yep, it's got to be.
Fiskell Ripper says, "Kyle, fire up that 45."
Yeah, not right now. I could. It's a load of shit. Excuse me. Crap. But
other than the air cleaner, is there anything else that points to it not being? Yeah, the entire write-up right here.
Yeah, stepping on the gas.
Yeah, like one they're
the
showing
can
the
of gasoline.
It even
like,
says the fifth scale Losi DBXL. And you're ready. What does it say? Ready to take off on the rigors of intense off
driving
track racing.
It's literally talking about the two-stroke DBXL, the rumble of gas engine. You know what I mean? Like they're literally talking Fiskell Losi DBXL. Like they're literally talking about the gas-powered Losi DBXL. And like no electric runs that air filter. I'm sorry, but that's not a thing. So like
especially
I'm
that
really,
high up in the air.
Yeah, I'm really thinking this is a new gas-powered DBXL, man. And like I said, just by chance, I was just flipping through this magazine, and I had it for a few days, and it just caught my eye. And like the fact they have a rag on it, like you're not hiding nothing, dude. Chef Beardsley's seen that locked on it. I immediately sent a video through Facebook to Gus. I'm like, Gus, I think this is the new DBXL, bro.
Yeah, and I was too. I was like a little school girl.
Yeah,
the chef knows I've been trying to get one since probably
a while now, actually.
Since not quite spring. I was like, about the time you started building your kit, I was like, I really want one of those.
Yeah.
They've been out of stock since.
Yes, they are beadlock rims and tires. The same one that's on the K&N one, they're beadlocks. They're actually legit beadlocks too. They're not like faux fake ones.
And honestly, it really wouldn't be that hard for them just to take everything out of the electric platform and throw a gas engine in it, because that nothing, the power out of those the 26 and the 23 is not going to outpower any of the brushless systems that Horizon's putting in these Losis now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
even a 32, like a 32 is only a 32 is probably 5 horsepower if you're lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's the torque, that instant torque that a brushless engine has. That's what
you can't beat it. Yeah.
That's what taxes all the diffs and everything, and you're not getting that with the 2-stroke. So it'd be so easy for them just to use those parts that are tried and true in a brushless version and throw them into.
Earl says it looks like an employee-built DBXL to him. Earl, I don't think so, bud. Just the way they're talking, because I think it'd be really weird for them to show like an upgraded, fancy-looking DBXL and not supply that to the customer. You know what I mean? Like, this is stuff.
Yeah, like if this
you would
was
think they would be like, this is so-and-so's upgraded DBXL 2-stroke. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if that was a dirt wheels, I would completely agree with Earl. But this is like the transmitter magazine from Horizon Hobby, where all they do is pretty much send out stock photo, like stuff that they're selling.
Yeah. Like, yeah, if it was any, even like a radio control car action magazine, if that was something like that.
Yeah,
showing, hey, so and so built this. Yeah, you're right. I honestly, I think that you're onto something here with this being a new DBXL.
I really think so. And I noticed I didn't miss you, whoever said it. What do I think about these tires over here? Honestly, I might get them for my DBXL because I actually blew one of my tires apart. It's all ripped up, so I kind of like the tread pattern on these. So I actually might look into these, the Duratrack 6-pack Fisco tires. I might get those for my DBXL. But I'm really thinking this is a new one, man. I really do think that's a new one. Earl, we'll see if one day, dude. But just the way the write-up is, and like Gus said, like this is like a Horizon Hobby thing. So like most of the time they show the stock stuff. So like I don't know, man. And like, why is that rag on there? Like, get out of here with that. Move that rag. Let's see what's under there. B-locks are beat up. Yeah, they were beating it up, dude. They were running it, you know.
Test and tune.
Test and tune. Yep. Pre-production model.
Bob the Don, what's up, buddy? Not your freak, what's up, dude? How's everybody doing? Yeah, I don't know. What do you everybody else in chat, like, what do you guys think, man? Am I reading? Are we as a group reading too far into it, or are we? You guys think we're on point? I know a couple people agree with us. I really think this is a new one, and like I said, if it is a new one, I want everybody that watches a video on it to say Chef Beersley is the first guy to show pictures of this in the magazine he found it. So make sure I get the credit. Oh yeah, the lemonade ain't too bad. Testing two on the park laying around. Earl, I don't know, dude. You're drinking a haterade, bud. All right. Glass half empty kind of guy, I see.
Yeah.
No, you're being realistic. I can see that, but I just like it's really weird for them to have nothing that looks like the DB, like, because technically right now the only DBXL out right now is the K&N. So if it was any, they're just talking about a regular stock. Like there's nothing they didn't do. Like, hey, we had this and this on it, different tires, different body, wing. Like this. There's no way this isn't a new one, man. I hope it's new. Ryan, me too, dude. It's going to be really cool if a big company puts out a new 2-stroke. Already had it on order.
It's just so odd that they would showcase gas like this in a, because
exactly
the whole hobby has been mainstream so much
electric
towards brushless.
Yeah, like literally, guys. I have the magazine right here. It's literally a 2-page ad for a DBXL 2-stroke, and like you would think they would have the K&N one here, without an upgraded air filter without a wing, like just the regular one you get, like they're teasing it, man. They're teasing it. But Losi can't get it past me. All right.
Yeah, Losi always does that. Just like with their LMT, they tease that on their Instagram, and it took people a while to catch on to that too. They're good for that.
The DBXLE always look better. Berger, I agree with you. I like the body on the DBXLE. And this body, if, like I said, this is all hearsay. It's just us talking. If this body is like a new two-stroke body, I'm going to probably get it because I love the K&N look. But I like how the rear is covered a little bit better here and stuff because my DBXL gets filthy. So, and honestly, if it's upgraded diff cups and stuff, you know I'm upgrading mine. Like I'm making it the same. Earl probably ordered one in each color option, right? But like I said, guys, this is all hearsay. Don't go around being like, oh, there's a new DB. No, it's just something I noticed, and I'm really thinking this is the thing, man. But how you doing, Guy and Earl and everybody else, man? What's up? How's everybody doing? I actually got a
design a new exhaust air filter for the DBXL. It messes up the body with the exhaust.
Air filter. Well, this new one that we're talking about, we don't know if it's true or not. It does have a new located air filter right there.
This style, Earl.
That KGM's holding up right now. Because if you look at the picture,
Yeah,
there's an air filter right there.
either that or the motor's forward, one of the two.
And honestly,
Yeah,
when I bought my XLT, this was the first thing I ripped off because I would prefer, from a performance aspect, I think that this is restricting the airflow, and that's just my opinion. Where I would prefer it to be just pulled straight through the carburetor. You know, put my velocity stack on there, and get the air in there.
Yeah,
Shit, just start the rumor as well. You can tell I start the rumor. I keep saying it's not set in stone. I'm not saying it's true. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of weird, man. Kind of weird. And the fact that they have a towel over it, like they could have easily put that towel right here to show that it's dirty, but they made a fact to cover up the inside to not show off that new, bigger engine that they're going to run. I guarantee you. Like, come on.
Yeah, I would agree with you, KGM. I'm not a huge fan of those side style intakes like that. I could see it on the older, smaller ones because that gives you more velocity to like help increase torque. But especially on like a 45, you'd think you'd want them more straight through because they really don't need any more torque.
And the reason why they make these is so you don't have to cut a hole in your body. That's the reason why they put these on there. It's just to relocate that filter and make clearance inside of it, but.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. That's just me.
The only reason why I ever looked at one of those, I looked at the Turtle Racing one for the DBXL, is because it is such a pain in the butt to do anything to get the body on or off with that air filter the way it is on the DBXL. It's because it hugs it so tight. You literally have to pry the roll cage like this far apart to get it over and on. It beats you up. Sucks.
Oh, without a doubt, a 23 is way underpowered, Earl. That's
oh yeah.
For any of these four-wheel drives, a 29 is way underpowered.
Yeah, 23 was underpowered even for the old HPI Baja back in the day because that's what they used to come with.
Yeah, that's what's in my DBXL now is a 23. That's what we're talking about. It's either going to be a 26 or a 32. We're thinking if this is real. That's in the 5T.
And honestly, I think a roller, for them to offer a roller would be a good option too, because somebody like me who's going to buy it and immediately take the stock engine out of it and either sell it or take it apart and do something cool with it, or I'd rather have the option to buy my own engine in something like this.
Yeah. And Burnsy and Traxxas is over here claiming they are still number one, but releasing nothing. I'm close to being interested in. Yeah, Burnsy, I'm with you, man. Traxxas needs to do something. And like I said, guys, this is not set in stone. This is just something I noticed. And I know Earl is looking at the glass half full, but come on, Earl, be a little excited. Like, I don't know. It's just too weird. It's just a really weird picture, man. Like, I feel like they took the picture and they're like, we're not supposed to show this, so we're just going to throw a towel on it. Like, that's what it looks like to me.
If this was like a version 2 X-Maxx sitting there, Earl would be drooling all over it.
Oh, yeah. Like, oh, my God. Just tears. He'd be fanning his eyes so he wasn't tearing up.
Yeah.
Chef, what does that say next to the towel on the body? Can you zoom in on that anymore?
The rear one says Impact.
Icon alloy.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it has like looks like a Roman numeral 2 next to it, and then it says Impact. I think. And then up here it does have a Losi sticker in yellow.
Yep.
And it's yellow. It's not like they stuck a red one on there because they're normally red, so it's matching the whole color scheme, man. Because even the back of the wing is yellow. It's like they match. It matches the rim, dude. I'm telling you, it's too crazy not to be a new one.
Yeah, and that makes complete sense too, because Icon makes shocks. So
Yeah,
it would be something. It would be something like Fox, or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know, Earl.
This might turn into an Arma 2-stroke. Right?
Earl, I got a couple Armas on the shelf. I could probably whip something up real quick. I got a 29 or something. I could throw in that EXP and make something.
Dude, that would be sick if you did that, dude. I want a Nitro Free Stock 5-team motor for DBXL, K&N, RC. Yeah, once I get a 45 for my Kraken and send KGMs back, I'm going to put my 30.5 in my DBXL because they are underpowered for sure. What if it's a stage photo just for the sake of it? Of the subject, they broke the gas vehicle while bashing. Used the DBXL-E for the image. Yeah, dude. Like I said, this is just hearsay. Like something I noticed.
But the air filter's in the picture. So
yeah,
and like a DBXL-E.
It's very.
Well, no, they're saying they took the body and stuff and put it on there because they broke it. I'm just saying, like.
It's everything is too perfect for me. Like the color of the wheels, the wing.
Everything matches, dude. Like, this has to be new. And if it's new, all you haters right now, I want you to, if it ever comes out, I want you to be like, I'm sorry, Chef, you were right. And I want Earl to be the first one. And I'm gonna fix this. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna run outside. I'm gonna take my earbuds.
I'm gonna be right back too. We're gonna leave KGM right here by himself.
All right, KGM.
No, I gotta
keep him entertained, buddy.
Are we like women? Do we all go together? Or? Oh. That would be cool. Arma releasing a 2-stroke or a nitro. I've always wanted them to do that. They probably won't. To everybody else, fuel's dead.
Man, is it cold outside. Ooh.
Yeah. I'm dreading going out there. It's 5.
You need to put a funnel in your garage, if you know what I'm saying. Out the wall, drill a hole, you know?
Yeah, I've thought about it.
Every once in a while, pour some bleach in it, you're good. There is a Spectrum remote, not RTR. No, I agree with you. But if you read this right here, it talks about they need to set up the monster machine, a long day driving experiment, including a Spectrum. Yeah, see. For Rockstar, they just said that's something they said they upgraded to the DX5 rugged.
Do you think he wrote Chef Beardsley? Oh, that's great.
Earl, you always forget the S. That's why it doesn't show up. What's it called? But they talked about how they upgrade to the DX5. It's not like they said, like all the stuff that there's on the table they talked about like being something you can add to it. They say nothing about the body, a wing, nothing on here. I'm telling you, this, like I said, I don't want to start a rumor, but you guys, man, I hope this is a real thing because I want you guys to come back and say sorry. Rain on my parade. Shepard just spelled my name in the snow. Yeah. No, there's no snow out there. Thank God. Nothing like a nice break on a live feed. Yeah. I actually had to edit one of my lives because I forgot to take out my earbuds one time. Just get around 2 of the ice storms here in the Carolinas starting tonight, early tomorrow. Damn. Yeah, I know a girl that lives in North Carolina, and she says she came from Jersey to there, and they've gotten snow and ice, and like everybody's blaming her for it.
If anybody wants some snow, I can sell it or ship it out for free. I'm getting rid of it. Dude. Got about 2 feet in my yard, and my dog keeps hopping the fence because it's so high. So I'll gladly get it out of my yard. If anybody wants any, let me know.
Looks like they're testing an employee RC, but let's stick with the new DBXL. All right, Earl, we'll see. We shall see, buddy.
For sure.
I'm not saying it's set in stone, but you never know, man. I just find it weird. And like, why would they cover up an employee's internals with a rag? No, like something's off with that.
Unless the guy put his name on there or his YouTube handle, but
yeah, something. I feel like I wish Tony was here because Tony's all about the RC conspiracies. Because from CCX RC, he does RC conspiracies. I want to see what he thinks. Gas is growing. They may do it. Yeah, dude. GWT, man. Like I said, it was too weird. After reading about it and stuff, it was just like, why didn't they mention like different body panels and stuff? I've never seen body panels like that for the DBXL that cut back that far and stuff. So besides the electric body that lifts up like on a hinge. So while I'm testing stuff, I don't place everything perfect for a photo op. Yeah, they definitely placed that rag there perfectly, though. I'm not saying it was like dropped on there. You can tell they tried to hide the inside on purpose. And like, this is a professional photo for an ad. You would think you want to showcase the truck you're talking about in this entire write-up right here. I don't know, man.
Interested to see, though. Very interested.
We shall see, man. They said that the DBXL K&N edition will be back in stock at the end of this month. So that's in like a week. So we'll see, you know, if the DBXL 2-stroke is K&N or it looks like this. I guess that's when we'll find out. Teaser pick. Yeah, a lot of people said it was a teaser pick. Because, like Gus was saying, that Losi is known for that, doing little teaser picks. Like, they'll throw something in the background or whatever. So, we shall see, man. So, my buddy 3D printed me a cradle for my 800 kV motor in my Outcast. So, I don't have to keep shoving foam under it. So, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Is it vented or anything?
No. It's
No.
solid. No, it doesn't really need to be on the bottom. All the heat goes to the top pretty much. And it stays pretty cool as it is, so it'll be all right, I think.
Yeah, just throw another Game Changer fan on it or something.
It's not an ad, it's an article to me, but my glasses is half empty. Your glass is half empty. It's kind of an ad, though. It's like, it's not an article. Like, it's an unmistakable sound. The rumble of gas engine can get your adrenaline pumping and your palms sweaty. So there's a little doubt when you hit the dirt track with your gas-powered fifth-scale Losi DBXL that you're ready to take on. It's literally just talking about how badass two-stroke is. And it's only like 2 paragraphs. I don't know, Earl.
Where inside the magazine was that? About where
That's-
in the magazine? Is it the centerfold?
No, it's towards the end.
Towards the end.
There's like 5 or 6 pages after it. Why would they put that pic for now for no reason? Yeah, dude, I don't know. Like I said, if this is like I said, they're just talking about the DBXL, this should be a K&N one.
Right.
And it should be.
For the fact that it's been out of stock for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A whole year.
They're getting rid of old stock, and yeah, they're getting ready, I think.
Yeah, and plus maybe they didn't have a regular one in stock, so when they did the picture, they're kind of like, here we go, this is what we got.
Yeah.
Or maybe the release, because of all the crates sitting on the California coast, they were supposed to release it sooner, and they kind of had to throw a rag over it for this magazine.
Maybe.
So it was supposed to release sooner. It's hard to say.
Yeah. One second.
I'd like
sorry.
to see it'd be a step in the right direction for gas,
Absolutely.
gas
And-
and nitro to come back more mainstream.
100%. You see more and more people doing nitro, more and more people doing two-stroke, you know? It's just different, you know what I mean? It's not, one's not better than the other, in my opinion. I have them all, and I like them all for different reasons. If I want to just grab and go and bash and not worry about nothing, I'm grabbing an electric. If I want to go and, like, honestly really enjoy my day, I'm bringing a two-stroke or a nitro. Like, I enjoy the tuning. I enjoy some of the hassle that comes with it. You know what I mean? I like tinkering. So it's just 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Like I'm saying.
Gas is almost that perfect in between. It's a little of both because it's more reliable than nitro, but it's still has the noise. There, and it's, you know, you don't have to tune it quite as much, or
Exactly.
it's not as picky.
And I know that you've touched on this before, and I think I've talked about this with Nitro Freak before. It's the thrill of using real tools to work on a fifth scale. Like,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, I love
it
using
was one
real
of my
tools.
first lives or something, and Nitro Freak was talking about. He's like, "Yeah, I got to use a 10mm socket on my my truck." He said that was just so cool to me, and I agree that, you know, using, instead of tinkering around with the little bit drivers and everything, you're going to use real tools a lot of the time to work on a fifth scale.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
for this to
Yeah.
come back,
I think there's a couple dudes inside with guns, like the fire team truck. RC Master said. You can do so much more with real tools on fifth scales. Yeah, dude. Only slow the best we can be ready. Yeah, dude. I don't know. Like I said, it's just something I noticed, something I think is a real thing. Even though I don't care what Earl says, don't poo on my parade. But if you guys don't know KGM or Gus, check them out. They're linked in the description. Shoot them a subscription. They're good dudes. I have their links right in the description below, so it'll be easy for you guys to get there. It's the size better for older eyes. Yeah, old guys need those big trucks so they can follow them.
Yeah, and
So-
I would have to say older eyes is for sure. Getting up in my 40s now, and I'm starting to have to do this number, you know.
Oh,
That's not why you made the Mater truck, is it? That can't be
No.
why you made the Mater truck, is it?
No, that's because I can't afford a raminator.
it's legit. That's why he said he built it. I
Plus
need
my-
to see the screws.
Plus, I've had other people say that I couldn't do it, so it's like, oh, well, yeah, watch this.
Oh, that thing is so cool.
Dude. Yeah, the Raminator, dude, we need some Raminator videos, bro.
I'm talking about the Mater video or the Mater
Oh,
truck.
that's what I mean. Mater.
Yeah, I got to go out there with my pipe wrench and straighten the frame back out.
Yeah,
Take
because
that thing to the pit.
I had a little too much liquid courage, and I was hitting the ramps with it, and I cartwheeled it. And
story of my life, dude. I told Gus, I was like, dude, if you make it out this way this year and we go to the pit, you have to put Mater in the back of the truck and ratchet strap it down and bring it, dude. You have to. Like, seeing that thing rip around the pit would be awesome.
yeah,
It would be cool to take like a rocking horse body, like an old school rocking horse, you know, the thing with the 4 springs on the metal frame.
Yeah.
yeah.
And slap that on top of there, and then everybody take turns sitting on it. And
Dude, that
have
would be
somebody
hysterical.
controlling it. It'd be like a mechanical bison or something, or a mechanical buffalo.
Dude, that would be hysterical.
I still never did the get in the mail video. I was going to go get the mail and hook the trailer on the back, and how you get the mail with Mater, and go jump in the back of the trailer and drive Mater down the road, or down my driveway and get the mail and come back.
Yeah, you totally have to do that, man. I'm looking forward to more Gus videos, man. I know you got some new toys. I'm not going to mention here, but yeah, like I'm looking forward to them, man, for sure. And Gus has a plan for something that he wants to build from scratch. And yeah, I'm putting you on the spot. I'm not saying what it is, but Gus wants to build something from scratch, and I keep on him like, bro, did you start it? You got to do it. He said when it gets nicer out, he's going to start. So I'm going to stay on him because you guys have to follow KGM and Gus, because once I get under Gus's skin enough, he'll eventually be like, screw it, I'm going to start it. So you definitely want to see what he has in mind for sure. It's going to be sick. My eyes are getting into so fast.
I got to quit buying stuff first, though, because I have to buy a new welder before I can start the project.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
I bought that flux core, the titanium flux core welder from Harbor Freight, and I'm very impressed with it.
That's what I have right now, except mine is the cheap one, and you can't convert it to gas. If I could, I would just use that, but it's the cheapest one.
Yeah, mine's cheap, but it's the green one.
Oh, so you got the one you can convert to gas.
No, I don't think it's convertible because
No.
they have 2 versions of the titanium. This is the titanium 125, so it runs on a just a 20 amp circuit, but for what it is, it's pretty powerful. I was able to weld some pretty thick steel. The only problem is all flux core splatters real bad,
Yeah.
and if you're gonna do a one-off build or something, not the thing to be using.
Yeah, I use the flux or the spatter spray for like when you're doing like I used to be a welder, so I have spatter spray. You can pick it up like a weld shop and it helps, but at the same time, it's no matter how good or how good of a welder you are or what you do, it never looks as good. The welds are just you can never get them to look as nice as you can if there's gas.
Yeah.
It's kind of like stick welding. I mean, it works, but I mean, it just never looks as good.
Yeah, that's
Not
something I need to
pre-weld.
learn. That's something I need to learn. I need to learn how to weld. I was talking to Gus about this a couple days ago. I would love to learn how to weld, and because I got so many ideas, just even not just for RC, just to build stupid stuff and put engines on it. It's just the one thing that's holding me back is welding. Like I have to learn to weld.
The best way to learn how to weld is with a stick welder. If you can weld with a stick welder, you can weld with anything.
Because I have a stick welder. I have a stick welder in my basement, a big ass old one. So I'll just have to. And like I said, my buddy is a welder. That's what he does. So I just got to meet up with him and be like, dude, teach me your ways.
Yeah, because that's how I learned. I was probably about 6 years old with an old Lincoln stick welder in my dad's barn. Started the hay pile on fire.
That's such an amazing story. I love it.
Yeah.
Yep, go get a pile of 60-13 rod and go to town.
Yeah, 60-13 or 60-11.
60-11 is good rod because it has a nice slag pile. You get a nice slag pile out of it.
Yeah.
Underneath it's a nice clean bead. 60-13 is a little bit messier.
Yeah, and it's 60-13 tends to be a little pickier. 60-11 is nice for welding like rusty metal and stuff like that.
Yeah, your guys are just speaking like another language right now. I'm gonna have to do some research, but yeah, obviously I know who to reach out to. You guys, when I get to it.
I actually took a whole semester of welding in college. It was part of the program I took at the trade school I went to. So,
nice. I had to also when I went for engineering. I had to take the welding class, even though I passed the entire class in a week because they give you 3 different types of welds you have to learn during the semester, and I did them all in the week. And they're like, "Oh, you already know how to weld." I mean, it's so easy. I mean, you basically do your corner welds and do your this welds, and then you have to take machining class, and there was some other stuff. It's pretty fun stuff.
Nice. Earl said put a quad 2-stroke motor in a fifth scale. You need a big fifth scale for that. Looking laminated.
Technically, those 80 cc's they make are the top end of like a quad
scooter, like a scooter.
Yeah,
or even like one of those kid quad 80 cc's.
Yeah. Well, the RC Max or the Taylor RC engines, he custom forges. He gets those custom forged. I'm pretty sure ALX is using like a scooter cylinder. But the 80, like the 88 Diablo, Hot Rod just has one. He would be able to tell you more, but they those are all custom forged by Taylor RC.
The pistons specifically.
I think everything he custom makes everything for his engines.
Okay, I wasn't sure because I know some of them they'll use like the Suzuki 80 pistons and rod. And they use their geometry and port timing and all that, and they just kind of base it off of that. But they forge it their own. It's their own case and everything, but they base it off of that timing, so that way they didn't have to reinvent the wheel essentially.
Yeah,
that's kind of what puts Taylor RC above the rest is the way that he custom like all that stuff is his design, and he's not just making it work with different parts.
Yeah.
What's up, Hot Rod? How you doing, buddy?
If you guys haven't checked out Hot Rod's build, what the heck's he build? Oh, the Diablo 88 Outlaw, the Outlaw chassis. That thing is amazing. You have to check it out.
Yeah, I will. Do you guys watch Cars and Cameras? I know Gus does.
I've watched them a couple times, yes.
Dude, they just built like a 3-person go-kart that they sit in a row. And in the second episode, one guy does the steering, one guy does the gas, and one guy does the brake. And they go around the track like that. They look like they had such a fun time. They like, you could tell, it's like they did so many crazy builds. That one's my favorite because they're all super excited to go ride it. Like, it looks like they have a blast, man.
Did you see the newest video with that?
Oh, with the turbo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They put the 420 turbo on there.
Yeah, dude. It was
fuel injected.
sick. Yeah, it was sick, man. Those guys are cool.
No, know who else is cool that I like to watch is that Redbeard's Garage.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
He does some
knows
cool
them.
stuff. Does he?
Yeah, he goes to their event every year. They go race and stuff. And
Yep.
another guy is a Rather Be Welding. Have you seen him?
Yep.
Yeah.
He built that awesome grave digger truck. Like, those guys are cool. That's like, I'm watching more and more in that. I'm like, dude, I need to learn how to weld. Like, 100%.
Yeah, I like the Rather Be Welding guy, but some of his builds, it's just like, what are you thinking? Like, some of the stuff he comes up with is really cool, but at the same time, it's just like, and it works. But and I guess that's how you make stuff work. You know, sometimes you got to be a little different. But
Yeah.
You ever watch the Grind Hard Plumbing guys?
yeah,
No.
They do some cool stuff. He put 800, I think it was a Polaris engine. It was an 800 Polaris engine. He put it into an old Honda Odyssey go-kart.
I like their newest one, the Barbie camper. That one is turning out pretty good.
Yeah. And then they have it was a Barbie Hot Wheels that what the heck was the engine out of that they put in there?
450 Honda.
Yeah.
Damn.
That thing was, it's just crazy what these guys come up with.
Yep. They're one of the guys that collabs with them. He did one with a Polaris Outlaw, which the Outlaw has the independent suspension, and he used the what do you call it? The Land Rover body on it. That one is pretty sick. I really like that one. It's a Land Rover with the 500 or 525 KTM engine in it. That one is pretty sick.
Yeah, some of the stuff that these boys make up is just awesome, dude. Do you guys watch Colin Furze?
Yep.
Yeah, he's making like that underground tunnel through like his house and his shed. He makes some crazy stuff too. What's up, Guru? How you doing, buddy?
I think I was just watching those before I came on the stream with you. He was like, there was some guy and he had a hammer drill and he was drilling through a closet.
Yeah, he's a British dude, right?
Yep. I was just watching him.
That's Colin Furze, man. He does some crazy builds, man. And he does it all in a little shed. Like, everything he makes is in a little shed. It's pretty impressive.
I like watching the machinery restoration videos too, where the one guy, I think he's British too, and he restores old farm tractors and lawn tractors.
He's from Finland, I think.
Yep. Yeah, I like that stuff interests me too.
He's the one that says I love you at the end.
Maybe.
There's one he's like from Finland, or I think it's Finland, and he's got like a British kind of German accent, and he does like oil tractors, like where it's actually not diesel but oil powered, and like all kinds of weird, like late 1800s, early 1900s tractors and all kinds of weird stuff like that.
That's pretty cool. My buddy has an old John Deere from like 1930 or 40. It's like super old, dude. They still use it today in the field.
Does it have what does it have for a front? Is it a styled front, or does it have the front where it's actually just like the radiator and you can like see the steering post?
Yeah, you can see everything. It's like super old.
Okay, so that would be an A probably.
Yeah, and dude, to this day they still use it in the field. It's insane. Yeah. It's crazy. They paint it every year and they just go use it in the field. It's nuts.
Yeah, the old putt-putts.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, it's crazy. And it's crazy because they have a picture like of his grandfather on it when he was a kid, and then his dad, and then him, and now his kid. Like, it's just going through generations. It's nuts, dude.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
And that just shows that they don't make things like they used to, because that's hasn't been more true now more than ever.
That's for sure.
Hopefully we won't be here until she gets back.
I don't think anything made today is going to last more than 20 years.
right?
No.
That's ridiculous. Manufacturing is just.
Except myself. I'm built to last, boys.
Yeah, me too.
You're pacing the floor until your daughter gets home from work? You all right, Gurus? Hopefully it won't be here until she gets back. Everything all right, bud?
I think they're talking about the storm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, road conditions here are bad. Yeah, but where you are, got the worst. Oh, damn, dude. Worst comes to worst, go get her, man. Leave the car there.
Yep.
Wouldn't be bad in a place that normal. Yeah, exactly. It's like if you normally get ice and snow, it's not too bad. But if you guys aren't used to getting it, it'll shut everything down.
For sure.
Damn. I hope everything works out, dude. Like I said, if she's not comfortable there, man, you go get her or tell her to stay. Like, screw it, it's not
you
worth,
better to
it's
stay.
not worth it.
Don't be driving in that stuff.
Yeah, especially if you're not used to it. Like, yeah, it's gonna suck for her, but rather her safe than sorry, you know.
One thing I learned early was 4-wheel drive does not mean 4-wheel stop.
Oh no, you just keep going, dude. Like I drive down like the highway here and like those snow covered roads, and the dude flies past me in like an F-250, and like 2 miles down I see him in the side of the road, like in a tree. I'm like, yep. You learned that the hard way.
Yep. That and you can't turn when the wheels are locked up. You can't just lock up the front end. You gotta let it roll.
I spent 2 years in Vermont, and they get stupid amounts of snow. Like we go to bed and there would be like 3 feet of snow on the ground. We go to bed and wake up, there'd be 5 more feet. And you're like, where did this come from? And nothing shuts down, because if they did, they would never be open. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like it's nuts. It's probably like that near you guys. Like you never shut down because they're always you guys get crazy amounts of snow.
It never used to shut down, but nowadays everybody's getting soft and it used to literally be like, for real. Like,
no, I understand.
When I was a kid, it would be like 45 below zero without wind chill, and you'd be standing on the end of the driveway waiting for the school bus. The buses wouldn't start. The bus would break down 4 times on the way to taking you to school, and they wouldn't shut school down. But nowadays it hits 0, and they're like, "Oh, we better shut school down today."
Yeah.
You know, or the one day we got, I think 8 inches of snow, and they're like, "Oh, we better shut her down." And I was like, we would get days where the bus was literally stuck numerous times. We'd get to school 2 hours late, and they still wouldn't shut school down. You know, and it's just.
Back in my day, I walked to school in the snow uphill both ways.
Yeah. And it is, you know, and some of it's good, but at the same time, none of us kids ever died, you know, riding a school bus to school, you know. It's just.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just what the times are now. Road conditions here are bad, yeah, but I read that just up the street. I'm just probably being a diva dad. No, dude, you're not being a diva dad at all.
That's your
care
girl.
about your kid. Yeah, that's your baby girl, dude. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I'm used to it from living in East Oregon. All right, for 16 years, Oregon. I'm worried about
San Diego.
Other idiots. Yeah, right. or the road. Yeah, that dude. It all depends on where you grow up, dude. Like that time last year when it snowed in Texas, they were shut down for how long? You know what I mean? Like. They couldn't do nothing.
Yeah. That was a crazy storm, too.
Danish RC won the SRE giveaway.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Wade was doing his giveaway for his engine.
Oh, yeah? I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff, it kind of surprises me. You think they'd be a little bit more prepared. I mean, I realize they're not prepared where they would be up and running immediately, but you would think they would be able to kind of get going a little bit. But
no, I always thought, like, they don't have any, like, backhoes or, what are they? Bulldozers or anything? Like, you don't have skid steers? Like, you don't have nothing?
yeah,
to, like, move some snow?
I mean, like around here, all of the construction companies are what clean the roads in the wintertime. They use road graders. They use dump trucks. They use like literally they just fill the back end of a dump truck full of sand so it can not spin out. Put a plow on the front. They use end loaders for construction companies. They use tractors.
Yeah, whatever you got.
Yeah, 4-wheelers. Everything.
Not really any snow removal equipment here in the South. Yeah, I can see that, but
yeah,
it's hard. You got construction equipment though; it does the same thing. It moves dirt; it'll move snow.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about like a skid steer, because when I worked for the concrete company, that's what we used to do in the wintertime was snow removal, and the skid steers are hard to move the snow with.
Yeah, they are.
But
they're not ideal. A skid steer isn't. My neighbor does his yard all the time with a skid steer, but I know they're not ideal. I used to drive one for a while, and they'd work, but they need change for sure.
You lost power for 34 hours last Sunday, Monday, from trees and branches falling in the freezing rain. Dude, that sucks, man. Everything's back up and running now, bud. Nitro Freak, do you think this is real, or do you think we're reading too much into this? What do you think? Do you think this is going to be a new 2-stroke DBXL? Other people that agree with us. Some other people did. Earl kind of popped the bubble a little bit. All right. We lost power. I read that. Garbage trucks too. Yeah, garbage trucks. I've seen those.
Yeah.
That's what they use in New York City. I'm pretty sure is the Department of Sanitation puts the plows on the garbage trucks. I think I've seen that before.
Yeah.
And they also have to get dump trucks and fill the trucks up with snow because they have nowhere to put it.
Yeah. Yeah, we do that here too by like bridges and stuff. They have end loaders with snow blowers on them, and they actually like drive through all the way down alongside the road because we get so much snow. They don't have nowhere to put it, so they actually blow it into the dump trucks, and then they go dump it in the river.
Have you guys seen, I think in Russia, they had the Unimog, and they had a snow blower attachment on the Unimog?
Yep.
Dude, that thing flings snow like nobody's business, bro. Like, I was like, I want one of those just because. Like, that's awesome. One, the Unimog is awesome. And two, that snowblower attachment was just like flinging it. Like, it was nuts.
The local power company has one of those around me. I saw it driving down the road on the back of a truck a couple weeks ago. It's pretty cool. I've never realized how big they are in person.
Well, Unimog?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Unimogs are nasty, dude. If I ever had, like, stupid amounts of money, I would have one. And I also told Gus before, I'd also get a Mercedes-Benz 6x6, and I'd take it off-roading, and but I would go to a really fancy golf course that I'm a member of, and I would go wheeling at the golf course, and I'd wear a tuxedo, but I'd rip the sleeves off and wear a stupid top hat, and I would go wheeling at the golf course in a 6x6 Mercedes, just because I could, because I had that kind of money.
And then the whole time, all you would hear is the opening guitar riff from Jackass.
Yeah, exactly. And I would talk like super fast, but yes, indeed, we're going off-roading in my Mercedes.
Yes, we drinking his tea.
Yeah, yes. But meanwhile, I'm in a tuxedo with no sleeves and just ripping through a golf course. That's if I had if I had like stupid amounts of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the power was down basically county-wide, so out here in the rural areas, we were last. And yeah, dude, that sucks. It's nice being out there in the boonies, but sometimes you get the short end of the stick, man. You had a friend that had a Unimog?
Yeah, we're used to that out here. Like by us, we lose power all the time, and I still would rather live out in the boonies than living in the city.
Yeah, I don't live in the boonies, but I live far enough away. Like, I have neighbors, but I have all woods behind me. And if I go 10 minutes one way, it's all farmland. So, like, I kind of live in, like, the best of both worlds, if you want to say it like that. Like, kind of like both.
For sure.
Garbage trash, read that. So, anything else you guys are looking forward to besides me making up this rumor about new DBXL?
It's not a rumor. It's,
I don't think it is.
It's what do you want to say?
Early placement.
Yes, they made a snafu, or it's a teaser, or I think I'd call it a teaser. I think they messed up, or it's a teaser, one of the two.
Like you said, Losi has done this in the past, right?
Yep.
With teasers.
Yep.
So that makes me feel even better. So, like, I was so pumped. You guys have no idea like how excited I was when I noticed it, and I was like, I need to send this to Gus immediately. Like,
It almost has to be at this point.
yeah, like there's no, like if this isn't a new one, they're not making another one. Like, that's how I'm looking at it.
When he sent me that, the picture couldn't load fast enough. He's like, "Oh my God, is this a new DBXL?" And I was waiting for the picture to load. I'm like, "Come on,
Let me see it." Yeah, dude. I'm hoping. Fingers crossed, dude.
And then-
it's just good for the community.
And then luckily for me, I get to say magazine. So I was like, "Oh, I'm going to look at that." So I pulled it up.
Yeah, I don't know why I get this magazine. I guess because I order stuff from them.
Yeah, if you spend $1,000 in a year, you get it.
Gross.
Well, I guess you know how much you spend in Horizon now.
Yeah. I don't even think I shot that much at Horizon. But now that I think about it, I must have. Damn. They're like, we want another 1,000.
Yeah, you get the magazine, you get like bonus points, you get all this other crap. If you're one of those guys that cares about coupons and points and stuff.
I had a friend that had a Unimog set up as a fire truck. Yeah, dude, they have them in South Jersey, out in the Pine Barrens, because they get forest fires out there. So they have Unimogs that go through anything. They go like put out the fires and stuff. It's crazy. I'm getting ready to mod your Creighton EXB 6S to an XL. What do you mean to an XL? What are you doing to it?
Probably going to throw a Mojave chassis on it.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I was looking at the fire team today. I actually did a short on it. I didn't upload it yet. At the hobby shop. I'm kind of digging it, dude. I don't like the body. I think the body was a stupid move. But the ground clearance and, like, the way it's set up. And I know, like, the handbrakes sound stupid on a basher. But, dude, ripping around the pit and being able to lock out the back wheels and drift around in the dirt and stuff would just be a blast.
Is that on a BLX chassis or is that on?
It's on a Mojave chassis.
It's on a Mojave chassis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I when I saw what it was, I was like, I'm just going to get the bumpers because I've already built. I already have a EXB Mojave that I put Creighton arms on. So I've already pretty much got one. I want different tires though, because I'm not a huge fan of the Creighton tires.
Yeah.
I really didn't like those fire team tires either. I think that they tried to make it look too much like the airless.
Yeah, exactly. Those Hummer tires that have like the honeycomb in them.
Yeah, I want to get backflips for mine. I'm running a. Hold on, I'll grab it 1 second.
I honestly really like the Copperhead tires that the EXP came with.
Yeah, I like the Copperheads.
Tires.
I like the Copperheads, and I like the backflips, dude. The backflips are almost like a Badland tire tread. It'll blow you up, Gus.
Put my
Yeah,
headphones
you're all-
on without ruining stuff here.
It's the Gus show now. You're all blown up, buddy. Nice.
This is mine here. It's just basically Creighton front end, rear end. I'm running the Habao body on it. Still have part of the Mojave bumpers on it. Still dirty. I never cleaned it after the last time I run it.
Yeah.
But this thing handles awesome. I can see why people make them this way because it's just the handling is awesome. It'll still wheelie. They still work good, but because honestly, the Creighton is almost too much on 6S unless you want to do like crazy bashing.
Yeah, that's why I like mine. Because you see my videos, I like to do stupid stuff. So
Yeah.
Bernsey said, "Is the X-Maxx V2 going to come with the long arm kit? I'd like to know if it makes the truck better or worse." Honestly, I think that's the next step for the X-Maxx because they did it with the Max, and I think the X-Maxx is next because they don't really release new stuff.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about that long arm kit because what I got from Earl's video is he really didn't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on who you are, though. Some people do, some don't. You know, like if you watch Exocage, he really likes it. For myself, I probably would because I think the X-Maxx handles like crap.
Yeah, I agree with you. I didn't think it handled very well at all.
But some people didn't like it at first, but then they drove a regular X-Maxx and then again, and they're like, you know what? It is better. They still think it does need sway bars though because it's still, or the shocks, they don't give quite the right spring set with it or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not quite set up right. So if you would adjust the oils and maybe the springs, it would be a little better. But when I was watching Exocage 2, he was saying that they have new hubs too. Like the stock hubs, they break kind of easy and stuff like that. They're supposed to be having, supposedly the newest X-Maxes are supposed to have new ones of them too. So
yeah, that were a weak spot for sure.
So it's hard to say. I'm gonna bet they have a new one coming. I mean, they've got to keep up because I don't know. There's definitely their pluses to them, but at the same time, it kind of depends on what you're going to be using it for. You know, I guess if you're a backyard basher type of person, they would probably be okay. But if you're someone like me who enjoys lots of power and to go fast, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly almost bought one, but the problem I was having was every video I saw of them, they were not impressive. They just never impressed me. They just the way that they handled and
then you watch my review.
And then anybody who does have one that handles good, it's not even an X-Maxx. It's been heavily modified.
Yeah, like I had high hopes for mine, dude. But that's why I said I still want to get one because every basher has one, like every hardcore basher. But I'm gonna get a roller and I'm gonna build it the way I think it should be built and launch the crap out of it. Because in one of my most recent videos, I ran my buddy Hammer RC's X-Maxx. That thing's a blast. The way he has that set up, the way it handles, it flips on command. It's easy to correct, but nothing is stock on there electronic-wise. He has upgraded carriers. Like, it's not stock at all. You know what I mean? So I'm
a lot of the people that I see have the best luck with them, except for Talbot. He's the only one I know that actually runs stock tires. They run some different kind of tires. I think the extra weight kind of helps them from tipping, and the extra weight adds the centrifugal force, so they flip better, handle better.
The only problem with the Unimog was it was too slow to drive long distance. Yeah, no, I can see that. Oh, you're putting a Mojave chassis, MTC center drive shaft. Already have the Castle 8S 1717 motor and ESC in it. Hell yeah, dude. Backflips perform better for you than Copperheads. I think that all depends on terrain. Like, I love the backflips. They're great. But I think it all depends on like where you run it, obviously.
Yeah, I like the backflips. I think I like backflips better, and that's what I'm going to put on mine.
Yeah, I like both. Like the Copperheads on my Creighton EXB are really good, but those backflips are really good. The ones on my Outcast 8S, and I put them on my 8XT Truggy kit. I think they're a great tire.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
one
I
of the
think-
reasons why I built the EXP over the buying an X-Maxx again was the tires. I was always seeing people blowing the tires on the X-Maxx.
Oh, dude, I still have spares here. I blew them up all the time.
Yeah, you know how I blew my tires the last time, which was probably like the fourth time. I was the only time I ever tried to use the self-right function. I hit that damn button. And
Yeah.
isn't that how you blew yours the last time too? I think, or your dad did, or something like that.
Yes. No. I blew the tire from doing trying to do a double backflip, and then he.
It was the time. It was the time before that when your dad popped him with the.
Well, no, it was in the same video. I tried to go for a double. I blew the tire,
Yeah.
and he flipped it. I was like, oh, just hold set. I was like, I don't know if it's gonna work because the tire blew, but it might. And I just let him see what self-right did. But yeah, no, it was blown when it did. It's still self-righted, but I grinded a bunch of gears doing self-right though.
Yeah.
And like that was my thing. Like people were like, don't use self-right. I'm like, then it shouldn't be an option.
Yeah.
If it's gonna break your truck stock, it shouldn't be an option then.
Yeah.
Like don't give me the option to use fat friendly if I can't stay fat and use that option. You know what I mean? Like that's my thing.
One thing that I like is I'm gonna see how it works first. Exocage just got it. One thing I hate about the X-Maxx is their spur gear. It does not have anything that holds the up one side of the spur gear. That thing can just sit there.
Mm-hmm.
Vidavon made a thing that actually has a bearing that goes on the back side that holds that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I was like, now that is legit. And it actually comes with like their motor mount set and everything. So that way, when you put it in there and you put your spur gear cover on, it holds everything in. And that way it actually has a mount for the back side of that spur gear.
Ooh,
and
I like that.
Yeah, because I think that's part of the reason that even like people buy these aftermarket spur gears and stuff and they still blow out.
Yeah, because what's it called? Hammer RC grenaded like a $30 gear.
Yeah,
and it was just gone.
Yeah, and I think that's part of it because I mean, there's going to be a little bit of flex in there, and especially with the chassis. And if you put that in there too, it's also going to add a little bit of strength to your chassis right there too, and I think that would probably help.
You get great air control running belted MX38s on a 8th scale Creighton EXB running 1717 or 1520 on 8S. Yeah, I don't run my 8th scale Creighton on 8S. I can, but I think it handles. It's fast. I run the stock Outcast 8S setup in it on 6S, and my air control and everything is perfect. That honestly, my best air control in any truck I have is my EXB. Like that thing is so on point. You blew X-Maxx tires today using self-right? Yeah, dude. It happens.
I send one of the kids after it to turn it over. That's great.
Myself or Helen works with every time. That's awesome, SK. It works. I don't have kids, so I just gotta get the steps in when I gotta flip my stuff over. Again,
Cool.
if you guys don't know KGM or Gus, they're linked in the description underneath. Shoot them a subscription, man. KGM's super into the two-stroke. He has some crazy stuff. Gus Custom Creations, Gus Custom Creations, man. He comes up with some crazy ideas. He built a Mater out of a kid's quad. Like, he put a Mater body on it. Like, go check them guys out. You send the grandkids old and slow. That's the only way to do it, man. Damn. So, what's your plans for this year, KGM? What are you gonna try to get done?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
All right. Sorry, my headphones just died.
you're good.
My plans for this year, I'm not too sure yet.
No.
Pretty much just maintain what I have.
I respect it. Wait, your mic cut out, KGM. I can't hear you now.
How about now?
There you go.
Pretty much kind of just continue with what I have here. I got that hybrid build going that I'm still messing around with, that hybrid chassis, and got to put the 71 through its paces a little bit more.
Yeah. That's going to be awesome to see. I want to see that. Dude, you have to try to make it out here. We got to go to the pit, man.
For sure,
Bring
man.
some trucks, and we'll try to get Gus out here because, like I said, my goal for this year is to have the dirty jersey, man, and just have Fisco races, normal races, bashing, and just I'm going to bring my drone. Addicted's going to bring his drone. We're going to get some awesome footage. Like, we're going to have a high jump, long jump competition. Like, everybody's going to break stuff, but we're going to have a lot of fun. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, if you're not breaking stuff, you're not having fun.
Yeah, dude. You got, and like I said, some people in my comments sometimes are like, "Oh, you're chassis slapping," and blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, when you're launching them like I do, the chassis is gonna hit. I don't care what I do, I'm gonna chassis slap. It's just nature of the beast. And like people are like, I would never jump my truck like that. All right, granted, but if you had the opportunity and you were driving around the pit, you're gonna be like, I gotta hit that jump and see what happens. Like it's just what happens, man.
If you put tighter fluid in your shocks or you overspring the shocks, you're going to start breaking something else. So you'd rather bottom out, chassis slap, get it done and over with, and then keep ripping.
Yeah, just go with it, man.
Most people that say stuff like that don't know what the heck you're talking about, because like most of them are made to chassis slap because they can't handle anything that high, because if they did, you would break stuff. They're made to do that. That's why you gotta laugh at them.
Yeah. That's, I don't like, and when I get hate comments now, I'm just starting to answer them with stupid questions. Like somebody said,
how much wood could a woodchuck chuck wood?
Yeah,
we were talking the other day.
Yeah, I posted a picture, if you guys seen, of my new body for my Outcast I painted, and some guy's like, "Oh, I hope you better destroy that and change the color scheme." Like talking like he don't like my color scheme. And I was like, more importantly, how many McDonald's chicken nuggets can you eat in one sitting? Like, I'm just gonna answer all the hate comments with really stupid questions. Like my next one, when I get a hate comment, it's gonna be, if you had to fist fight a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or a ham sandwich, which one would it be? Like, that's how I'm answering hate comments for now. It's just really stupid questions. Like, I don't care. Like,
that's why I wish you could put GIFs in comments. Oh my god.
Me too. You have no idea.
It would be so fun.
The Nicolas Cage. That would be my favorite one.
The Nicolas Cage one?
Yeah, where he's like got the blinking eyes or whatever.
Yeah, dude. I agree.
I know yours is the Zach Galifianakis with the
That's only for good people though.
Yeah. Gus, what's your plans for this year, man? Like YouTube wise, RC wise, like what are you trying to do this year, man? Because you know I'm gonna be on you about making videos. Like it's gonna happen. So
yeah, I'm gonna get back into it. Like wintertime's tough.
Oh yeah, for sure. When it's -20 outside, I don't blame you. But
yeah, and I don't know. I actually, if you can't tell, I was working on this here.
Oh, the 6x6 you're building.
Yeah, I was working on this here the other day.
Are you making videos on that?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep. I got to get that finished.
Yeah, guys, Gus is literally taking a 124 scale crawler in his background right there. He's making it 6x6. And, like, it's badass. That's why you have to check out Gus, man. Like, Gus is the kind of guy that's like, I don't have a part for this. and I'm gonna make it. Like, and he can. He has the knowledge. He has the know-how. Like,
And I don't have tools. I use a Dremel.
yeah, dude, you're a master with that Dremel. It blows my mind.
That's what my brother says. He's like, you know what you could make if you actually had like a milling machine?
Yeah, if you had tools.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah. Doing
You
a
have a
Dremel's
huge-
more fun for me though.
Yeah, you have a huge basher event in Arizona on the 30th. I have the video up shortly after that. Yo, my buddy lives in Arizona. What, the 30th of this month? Because if that's a thing, I'm 100% going to drive to Arizona next year for the 30th. Because there's no way I can get off of work in time to do that. But next year, I'm down. If it's a huge bash event, Chef Beers is all about that. Like,
Crucial RC just posted an event in
Really?
Philly.
a bash event, or is it just an event?
Let me see. It was on his community page. Off-road crash out, January 30th. $20 buy-in. It was on his community page. Crucial RC, weather permitting, January 30th, 2022. Race starts at noon.
Oh, it's a race.
Yeah. But I
I'm
mean,
all-
it's small bore, big bore, 6S, 8S, 12S.
That's crazy.
Looks like it's a 200 foot. It says 200 foot. Maybe it's a drag race. I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably a drag race.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all about the bash events. Like, if they had like bash events like close by, I'd be at every one of them, dude. I'll launch anything I have. I don't care. They're like, Fiscal against the most air. All right, I'm sending it. I don't care. I'll fix it when I get home. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I don't care. What else are you doing, Gus, this year? You're working on that 6x6 you're making videos on? I'm going to see that custom build come to fruition, dude.
Yeah. That one, I don't know. I have a lot of part hunting to do. Like, I need axle pieces, and actually the hardest part is probably going to be the differentials, what I'm going to use for that.
What would you use for that? Like, I know, sorry guys, you don't know what it is, and I do, so I'm just kind of curious, like what you would use for something like that.
I have made something similar for a kid's go-kart with lawnmower, like self-propelled lawnmower. They have like this little tiny differential in there, and I think that would work perfect.
Oh, okay.
So the bad part is I was doing some looking and trying to find the thing that I used back then. It's like, I mean, that was, oh my God, 20 years ago that I made that thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I could just probably buy, like, you know, for what the pain in the butt, maybe I could just buy like some Raminator diffs. I mean,
They are
$200
for the diesel.
but
Yeah.
because you can just buy the centerpiece, and then it just I would just need the axles. But
Yeah. We do events monthly starting in September through April. The RC group in AZRC Basher, you can find them on Facebook. Dude, I'm going to have to look them up. Because like I said, my buddy always tells me to come out to Arizona and hang out with him. And if I can go take like a week and a half off of work because I get so much vacation time, drive out to Arizona with a bunch of RC toys, that'd be sick. They have jobs, no snow in Arizona. Yeah, dude, no snow in Arizona. I know that.
you got to go to Arizona in February though, unless you like 150 degrees.
Yeah, I know. It gets hot as crap out there. I think that's why they do it in those months, September through April. Because any other day, you're going to fry.
Yeah, I have a few buddies that hold crawler events out there, and they always hold them from like usually January through May, I think, maybe.
Yeah,
At the end of March.
All right,
April.
Master. You take it easy, buddy. I appreciate you being here as always, man. You're a solid. You're a solid moderator, dude. You post links to what we're talking about and stuff. I appreciate you, man. Take it easy, man. Big John, what's up, man? Big John, what do you think, man? Am I overthinking this? We were talking about how I think this is the new DBXL two-stroke. because they had a whole write up about the 2-stroke DBXL, and this is nothing like they have out right now. And I think this is the new one. New air filter, different location, different body, new wing. I think this is the new DBXL. It's just not announced yet. I think it's a tease because my buddy Gus said that they're known to do teases like that. So I'm hoping it's a new 2-stroke, man.
If it is, my money's waiting.
Probably it's the new one. It's due. See, there's another one on the bandwagon. And
Yeah.
the only thing I ask when you watch videos on it, I want you to say Chef Beardsley noticed it in a magazine, because I literally was looking through his magazine today. I was like, wow, that is not like what we have right now.
And when it does show up, you got to go tell Earl, pucker up, big boy.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I have his number. I'll text him the day, if it's announced, if it's actually a thing, I'm going to text him and be like, I told you when you come to Jersey, we're fighting. Like, it's done. Like, it's supposed to come. Yeah, dude, it's due.
E-word axles and a 32.
E-word axles in 32. That would be sick. Because honestly, man, like I said, I'm just going to upgrade mine to this because I do like that body a lot. They can keep the light bar because I'm going to break that off in like a day. But
Yeah, because I think I'd have to check the page, but I think they might have the 2.0 version 2. I think they might have upgraded the axles actually to the 5T style. I could be wrong, but if they did, I mean, then it would basically be the same thing anyway. So it would still be basically 5T and the electric mixed together.
and it would make sense to run the 5T stuff because then, like you said, they can just use the same parts. It's not like you're producing different parts for a different truck.
Yeah.
John D, you'd buy it? Hell yeah, dude. I would just convert mine. Because I have the K&N one. Don't get me wrong, I love the body. The K&N body panels are sick, but I'm trying to do like, I wish I could find clear body panels for the DBXL because I would paint it in my color scheme that I'm trying to do all my trucks in. It's just been hard to try to find clear body panels.
Have you guys ever tried stripping a body? Because I've seen guys do it with brake fluid, but I think like brake cleaner would work too, wouldn't you?
No.
I would think.
Tried it before.
Why wouldn't it work, Gus?
No, brake cleaner doesn't work usually. A lot of times, the only thing that works is elbow grease. I've done it so many times. Like I've done, like on my a lot of the crawlers, the windows, they didn't come clear, so you got to sand them. The only way to get it to where it looks good, you start with like a 800 grit, and then you slowly work yourself down to like a 3000 grit sandpaper, and you just sand it out.
There's no like, what about like Drano?
like, because a lot of the stuff you use, it will actually turn the body cloudy. So when you paint it, it just doesn't look very good.
I'm just so lazy, Gus.
And it depends on the paint they use. Like the stuff they use nowadays is way better than what it was. And that's one thing that sucks is you can never get as good of a paint job as what you get from the factory. And that's why sometimes you'll get cracks even though you think you did a good job.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why you have to make sure that you do super light coats. If you don't do super light coats and you go a little too thick, it'll crack on you.
Is that why my Outcast 8S body is missing some paint already?
Probably. If you don't do super light coats and you end up going too thick, the paint will crack up or chip off on you.
Because I have some chips in it. So what I'm thinking about doing, I'm not going to lie, is get the spray-on bed liner in white and then back the whole body with the spray-on bed liner.
Yeah, it can help. One thing, though, is some of that bed liner, though, it has what you call it in it, acetone, which can cause the paint to, like, bleed together. So where
okay.
it can. Well, I guess you do have a backer on it, so it might be okay.
So this is my this is the first body I ever painted. This is actually
Here, I'll blow you up 1 sec. Boom. There you
this
go.
is actually for my TRX4. And if you look closely, you might not be able to see it, but like in the black, the
Yeah, I see that.
silver bled through. And the reason why that happened is I used a paint that I had laying around from a model that I was going to build like, I don't know, 15 years ago for a model I bought. And it was this called, the heck was it? Engine or Paint Masters or something, model paint. And I was reading up on it, and it was an enamel, and I was like, oh, I'll just use that because it's a real nice metallic black. There's a lot of metal flake in it,
Yeah.
but apparently that paint just did not want to stick to the polycarbonate, and so I took duct tape or Gorilla Tape all on the inside of it, and that's kind of what it did. Is it just kind of bled right?
That doesn't look bad though.
Honestly, it doesn't look bad at all.
No.
It kind of aggravated me because it was like the perfect paint job, and it was my first paint job. Well, like even in like above the.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
But I mean, it still works.
At the end of the day, they get beat up anyway. You know.
Yeah, I learned my lesson for the USA 1 basher body I built or painted. That one came out real nice.
You find an actual Rhino liner dealer and have them spray about 1/8 inch thick. Huh.
Honestly, the best durable paint I've actually used lately, you need an airbrush though, is the Proline acrylic paint.
Really?
Yep.
Huh. I don't have an airbrush, but I have a compressor that can do it because it has a regulator on it.
Yep.
It's actually right underneath my workbench. I have a little pancake in here. That's something I was thinking about dabbling with.
You'd have to get an air dryer for that too.
Yeah.
You'd have to put an air dryer in line with the whatever hose you're using for the airbrush.
Water out.
Yeah, because that'll mess up your paint job. Like any paint shop, they'll have an air dryer in line with their air hoses.
Yeah, because my brother-in-law used to do airbrushing. He used to be really good at it. He did his whole motorcycle and all that. And he has one of those inline, what's it called?
They're cheap. They're not expensive. They're
no, they're nothing. Some of the kits come with them.
Yeah, and you can even pick an air dryer up right at like O'Reilly's or whatever too.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw it. I see it. I read that. Only cost you $25 at the local dealer to have EXB body spray. A year later, it still looks almost new. That's pretty cool, man.
Old and slow. If you're on the RC Guy Garage Facebook page, you should probably post that up because I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I would like to see that too, actually.
Yeah, we've had.
Sure. I'll be right back, guys.
All right. I was gonna say while we're waiting for him, I've seen bad stuff happen with the Rhino liners.
Well, that does have a heavy solvent in it.
Yeah, and it depends on the paint, and that's why I was like, I would say like a stock paint, you can probably get away with it because them are like indestructible. You can like.
The Tamiya paint, I feel, it holds up well.
Yes.
It's easy to use too.
Yeah, if you get a spray can, in my experience, like there used to be so many different good ones, but now it's like Tamiya is probably the best one you can get right now.
And I was putting them in hot water, and that seemed to help really good for putting a lot more pressure in the can.
Yeah, I always warm them up first. And the especially it not just even the pressure, but it seems like when the paint's warmer, it tends to work better.
Mm-hmm.
I need to move somewhere where it's warm all year round, man. I hate this cold, man.
Chef, it's so cold outside right now that when I open up my door to go outside, there's just this. It looks like Cheech and Chong because of how the temperature
Steamy?
difference.
Yeah, dude, it's like when I lived in Vermont for 2 years, it was like where Gus lives. It was like negative 22 and stuff. It was disgusting.
Let me see if
And,
I
like,
can catch this on video.
I would, if my beard was warm and I went outside, it would crystallize. It was gross.
You probably
Yes, right now it is negative 27 with wind chill or negative 17 without wind
I see
chill.
that, KGM. Holy. Dude, it's negative 27 there?
Yeah.
Dude, forget that. I can't do it. Gus, that's why we can't be neighbors unless you move somewhere that I want to move that's warm. Because there's no way.
I at least have a temperature right now. It's 5.
Yeah, no, you guys are way colder than it is here, I think.
Well, I need to move someplace like middle places, like I don't know, Tennessee, Kentucky, somewhere around in there. You know, I don't think I could make it to Florida. The summertime would probably kill me.
Yeah, it gets. Honestly, I was looking at Tennessee.
Yeah.
Because it gets cold, but it doesn't get like super cold. When I was looking, the summers get hot, but it's not like unbearable like Arizona or something. But
No, and it doesn't get as humid there.
yeah, and it's nice. Like I love Tennessee, man. You have a video showing it on your channel. Didn't know RC Guy had a page. Is it? Yeah, it's on Facebook. It's RC Guy Garage. There's 3 questions. I'm a moderator for it actually. Answer the 3 questions and we'll add you. Make sure you read the rules. If you don't answer the 3 questions, we deny it. So just make sure you answer those questions and read the rules, and you should be good.
Yeah, guys, it's 80 degrees in my garage right now, and it's 5 outside. So that was kind of a temperature difference.
Dude, that was nuts. I've seen that. It's crazy. And like
humidity in here because I don't run the heat all the time, only when I'm out here.
yeah, I'm the same way. Well, obviously I have a propane heater, so it gets hot in here though, like to the point where like I have to take my hoodie off and stuff.
Yeah, I got my Norwegian blood, so I can go. Like sometimes I'll sit outside, and I'll like the one time I was sitting outside talking to Mike for probably 2 hours, or Chef I should say, and it's probably like 0 outside, and I'll sit out there for like 2 hours.
Yeah,
and it doesn't bother me.
no, I couldn't do it.
Once you get out there, it's like brr, but all of a sudden your blood vessels kick in your skin and stuff, and all of a sudden it's like good. As long as you keep your fingers, the only thing that gets me is my fingers. That's like when I go outside and plow snow. Like my fingers are still peeling. See if I can show it up here on the screen.
I'll blow you up 1 sec. Boom. Damn, dude.
Yep, I get that too, man.
I got frostbite.
That's too much cold.
Yeah, I got frostbite on my fingers. I was out there plowing snow, and it was like negative 20, and I was like, come back in the house, and I was like, I can't feel my fingers. Can't feel my fingers. Can't feel my fingers. And all of a sudden, about half hour later, and my fingers start hurting, and then all of a sudden, I couldn't. I the next like week, I would sit there and work, and I'm typing, and I was like, I can't feel my fingertips.
Yeah.
And then they turn black. And then
SK Hobbies.
peel off.
XK Hobby said it was cold here in Arizona. It got down to 51 degrees this morning. 51 degrees, that's a heat wave to Gus and KGM.
Yeah.
We had 51 degrees about 3 weeks ago, and it like melted all of our snow, and then we had like a foot of snow, and we've had really weird weather this year.
Yeah,
Same
we
here.
actually had a really mild winter so far. Honestly, it's only like 23 here right now. That's nothing. But like we had days where it's like 47, 50, and then it'll drop down to like -2, and then it's back up to 40. Like our winter this year is super weird. That's why I drive a V8 though. I want that warm weather all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that warm weather stuff. I think it's wrong.
I like it.
I got a lot of high hopes for ice fishing. So I like once it gets cold, I want it to stay cold, basically, because I got a lot of coin wrapped up in winter activity.
We've been ice fishing since November.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. People like the Minnesota guys too. I see, like I follow a lot of the ice fishing on TikTok.
Yeah.
And I see the Minnesota guys and the Yoopers and.
Oh yeah, I'm real close to the Yoopers. I'm about 45 minutes from the UP.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never, like I said, I never did ice fishing. I had the opportunities to, but I was like, nah, I'm good.
Well, the ice is all locked up now, so
I catch lots of bottle bass.
I seen
bottle bass.
Yeah, bottle bass.
I seen do you guys ever watch Side by Side blog?
Yeah.
They had a no, was it them? They race around on the frozen creeks and like lakes and stuff.
Yeah.
On side by sides, and the one dude made a go-kart. I forget what channel it was. He made a go-kart that just was disgusting. He put like a street bike engine on it, and he put studded tires on his go-kart, and he just went ripping down creeks and stuff. Like
I saw that.
And dude, guy was just hauling butt, dude. He was just ripping, dude. It was awesome. That's the kind of stuff I would like to do.
Was that like the guy that was just?
Yeah, we do that around here all the time. It's creek running. Like there's guys.
We do it on quads in the summer.
Yeah, we do it on 4-wheelers and the 4-wheelers or go-karts or whatever like that, snowmobiles and stuff like that all the winter long.
Dude, those studs in that guy's tire, like if they touch your skin, they're done. Like, dude, they were huge.
Yeah, it'll ruin your day.
Yeah, forget that.
The studs in the track on my sled are probably, I think they're over an inch. They got to be over an inch, and they're carbide. They're carbide studs.
Dude, that's insane. I just want to, like, I would love to go ice fishing one day. It's just I have to go with somebody that has one of those huts and knows what they're doing. Because the people that offered it to me when I lived in Vermont for 2 years, they were like the kind of people who are like, I don't know if I trust you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like. But all right, I think we're winding down. You guys can stay on the live because we'll talk after the live if you want. But everybody in the live, again, we were just talking about what I think is the new DBXL 2-stroke, and I think KGM and Gus can agree. It's just too different for it to be upgraded, and the way it's worded here, like we think that this is a new DBXL 2-stroke. Different air filter location. It's covered up for some reason. Different kind of body, different wing. We think it's a new one coming out. So yeah, we're hoping it is because it'd be really cool. Everybody that showed up in chat, I appreciate you guys. Like I always say, you guys have anything to say before we get off?
Nah, man. Pretty much same as you, man.
Yeah.
The one thing I want to say is the body looks like screen printed like the regular Losi bodies, and that's the biggest thing. It doesn't look like a decal.
Yep.
You know,
and like the placement of the stickers just mean something. You know what I mean? Like it just makes too much sense for it not to be a new 2-stroke.
Yep.
But we'll see. Like time will tell. You know what I mean? And the only thing I ask you guys is if people start talking about the new DBXL when they talk about it, if they ever announce a new one, make sure you say you seen it on Chef Beardsley's first. That's all I want. But all right, guys, have a good night. I'm gonna end the live and I'll catch you guys soon. Look for more content coming, and make sure you check out KGM.
Catch you guys later.
And Gus's Custom Creations. They're linked in the description. Shoot them a subscription, man. They're good dudes. See you.